concept. That's basically what is relative atomic mass or what is average atomic mass. Now, if we actually calculate the atomic mass of a certain element, you can find that the atomic mass of certain elements will be in decimals. Like for example, chlorine exists as 35.5, hydrogen exists as 1.01, carbon exists as 12.04, sulfur exists as 32.1. So how that decimals is being calculated? So what happens is there are elements which has isotopes. So you can say there are isotopes of an elements which are present. So let's say, suppose if I give you a balloon which is filled with chlorine gas, okay, a balloon which is filled with chlorine gas. Now, let's say there are 100 molecules of chlorine in that balloon. Now, out of that 100 molecules of chlorine, it's not necessary that all those 100 molecules are chlorine 35. It's not necessary that they all are chlorine 35. Okay, I repeat once again that if I give you a balloon which is made up of chlorine, okay, which is filled with chlorine, sorry, and it has, let's say, 100 molecules of chlorine. Some molecules will have a weight of 35 as atomic mass. Some of them will have 36, some of them will have 37. But together as the whole, we will say it as a chlorine molecule or a chlorine gas of 100 molecules. So when we calculate the average mass, so what we do is, depending on the percentage abundance, let's say out of 100 molecules, let's say 70 molecules are chlorine 35. Let's say 20 molecules are chlorine 36 and 10 molecules are chlorine 37. So can I say that 70% is chlorine 35? 70% of my 100 molecules has the weight of 35. 20% is 36 and 10% is 37. So we multiply the percentage abundance of that chlorine molecule or whatever atom we are taking, multiply by its atomic mass. So we are going to do one question over here, okay? That chlorine is present in two isotopic forms. So over here in this question, they have given chlorine as having two isotopes. Calculate its relative atomic mass, which can also be called as average atomic mass, okay? Relative atomic mass, or it can also be called as average atomic mass, okay? With the following information. Now over here, chlorine 35 mass is 76% and chlorine 37 is 24%. So when we calculate, to be precise, it is actually called as average atomic mass only, because relative atomic mass will be a different concept. Okay, so average atomic mass is, so if I want to calculate the average atomic mass, the formula is 76 multiplied by 35 means percentage abundance of, let's say, isotope 1 multiplied by atomic mass of isotope 1 plus 24 multiplied by 37 upon 100. What is 76 into 35? You can use calculator. What is 76 multiplied by 35?
$2,660.
Yes, 2660 plus 24.
1660.
24 into 37 is 888 divided by 100, which is 2660 3548 upon 100, which is 35.48. So this is my average atomic mass of chlorine. So what is the formula? What is the formula? I'm going to write the formula. So please copy down this formula for calculating average atomic mass. Formula for calculating average atomic mass is This is called as summation. Summation means depending on how many number of isotopes will be there, summation of percentage abundance multiplied by atomic mass of isotope divided by 100. So if there are 3 isotopes, so 3% abundance will be given to you and you have to multiply with its respective atomic mass, and that will give you the average atomic mass. So please copy this. Summation, so this sign is called as summation. Everybody done?
Yes, miss.
Okay. Let's go to the next one. Question number 13, 14. So you have to also draw the orbital diagram, number of electrons, and draw the diagram to represent. So over here, you can also write electronic configuration. I'm going to give you once again 1 minute 30 seconds. The question is about oxygen atoms. The periodic table on the data sheet may help you, but it's okay. Oxygen is 8 and 16. Complete the diagram to represent the arrangement of electrons in an oxygen atom. Use cross to represent the electrons. So they have already mentioned it. So yes, you don't have to remember the atomic number and atomic mass number, because yes, you can, there will be a periodic table. So name the part of the oxygen which is labeled A. So that's nucleus on the diagram. And if we want to represent the number of electrons, then electronic configuration will be 2, 6. So 2 in the first shell and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 on the other shell. Next, 2 isotopes of oxygen are oxygen 16 and oxygen 18. Explain in terms of particles how the nucleus of an oxygen 18 is different from nucleus of oxygen 16. Yes, how it will be different? How the nucleus?
There are more neutrons in the oxygen 18 atom than in the oxygen 16 atom.
If it's a 2-mark question, and if we write that there are more neutrons in oxygen 18 than in oxygen 16, then it will be 1 mark only, because we need to specify how many more. Okay, that's very, very important. That so we have to write that in oxygen 18 there are 2 more neutrons in the nucleus than oxygen 16. And we can also write that oxygen 18, electrons is 8, neutrons will be 10, and oxygen 16, electrons will be 8 and neutrons will be 8. So this gives a clear picture because it's a 2-mark question. So we need to understand how to write the answer. Okay. And moving on to the last question. Okay. Question number 1 and 2, the last worksheet. The 2 isotopes of carbon are shown. Explain what is meant by the term isotope. That's for 2 marks, and include numbers of subatomic particles in your answer. So explain the term isotope. So yes, it is atoms of same element having same proton number but different neutron number, or we can say same number or same atomic number but different atomic mass number. And we need to write subatomic particles in your answer. So for carbon 614, okay, for carbon 614, we will write that carbon 614 and carbon 612, they have same number of protons, that is 6, but different number of neutrons. Carbon 14 has neutron is equal to 8.
6.
8.
8. Yes. The next one is
and carbon, yeah, carbon 12, 6 will have neutrons is equal to 6. So this gives the overall 4 marks. Next question. How can you tell from the diagram that they all are atoms? How can we tell from the diagram that they all are atoms?
Because they have photons
and electrons around.
Yes, so very, very important when we talk about an atom. So atom has always equal number of protons and electrons. So in this, if we talk over here, see they have already given notations that the shaded circle is proton. So in this, there are 2 protons and 2 electrons. In this, 1 proton, 1 electron, and over here, 1 proton, 1 electron. So how can we say that all are atoms? Because each one has an equal number of protons and electrons. Okay, which of the atoms shown are isotopes? Explain your choice. Which one?
B
Yes. B and
because B and C, because
yes,
both of them have the same number of protons but different number of neutrons.
perfect. Very, very, very good. So yes, it is B and C, as they have same number of protons but different number of neutrons. Okay, so we can say that C has 2 more neutrons, because over here in B there are 0 neutrons. So C has 2 more neutrons than B. This gives you 3 marks. Is this very, very clear? So this
Yes, ma'am.
completes, yeah, so this completes the whole topic of atomic structure, and we have also studied that how to find the average atomic mass. So that's an overall closure of the topic. Okay, so this Wednesday we will not be having a class. This Wednesday is a holiday for you because of Eid break, and we will be now meeting on next Monday, and we'll be starting with a new topic. Okay, I will be putting it in the group by end of the week that which topic we are going to start, so that you will have a mind. I mean, you will be prepared for that topic. Okay, so and also by the end of the August, when we finish the topics, there will be also a test. So it's not that you are only going to study. There will be also an evaluation test, that whatever you have learned, whether you have understood or not, or how much you are able to write it. So all that will be done in the end of the August, which I will be posting it. Okay. So with this, guys, we'll end up the session. Thank you very much, and enjoy your Eid breaks, and
Thank
see
you.
you on
Bye.
Monday. Bye-bye. Take care.
Bye, ma'am.
Bye-bye.
Thank you, miss, so much.
Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye, ma'am.
Great.
Welcome. Bye-bye.